Whoop, 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 wee. Mr. Amazing here, letting you all know that Lady Justice is incoming with an important announcement, broadcasting live and alive from Crystal Peaks.
Hey, 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 it's Lady Justice, Liberty Press. I just wanted to get in here and kind of update you all on the goings on with Lady J. Um, as you guys have been following me for a while, I'm sure you know that Sarasota had me hemmed up for a minute. Anyway, I wanted to make some announcements. And see how everybody's doing as well. While I have everybody in here into the chats. Hey, 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 it's good day. Uh, I see Shirley Z. Thank you for being aboard. We've got Luke. We have Fur 147. Hey, hey, hey. Fancy having you aboard. Thank you. Jack Jack. Hey, hey, hey. Peachy Rider, it's fabulous having you here. If anybody can, Peachy, I'm going to make you a mod, but I don't know if I can do it in here. I'm not sure. I'm still kind of learning and growing in this arena. Rick Adams, hey, hey, hey. We've got OSO. Fantabulous seeing you all in here today. Thank you, thank you. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Right now, for a moment, I'm going to take time to refer each and every one of you that is watching to please go on over to Van Life with Lady Justice, hashtag LJLP. If I happen to have any mods in here, Shirley, if you can drop that link, that would be fantabulous. I'd appreciate that. That's Van Life with Lady J or Lady Justice, hashtag LJLP. So we're going to be cutting all the lives that we have right now and hit you on over to YouTube with Lady Justice Van Life channel. Hey, 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 XXGOX, my brother, my brother. Fancy having you aboard. Thank you, thank you. If you go on over to Van Life with Lady Justice, hashtag LJLP, to hear my announcement for you all, I would so, so very much appreciate that. Hey, Bonnie, fancy having you aboard. Please go on over. If somebody can drop that link, I would so appreciate it. Mr. Amazing is going to start dropping all other channels here very soon. Van Life with Lady Justice, hashtag LJLP. Let's giddy up.
Would you guys please drop the link in the chat? Let's get the mods to drop the link for the YouTube channel, Van Life with Lady J, hashtag LJLP, please, before I drop all the other platforms.
Life with Lady J, hashtag LJLP, to hear my announcement that I have. You guys will be very interested. So appreciate each and every one of you. Ooh, music's in the house. Hey, hey, hey. Fancy, fancy seeing y'all. I'm not sure if Mr. Amazing has the links dropped. He does. Thank you, thank you. You're now all aboard with Lady Justice Van Life channel. That's Van Life with Lady Justice, hashtag LJLP. I wanted to let you guys know, as you know, I was arrested this last May in Sarasota, Florida. And it's been a case that's been ongoing, I guess, since then. I had my trial yesterday as well as today. And the verdict has came back. I will say I do not believe or feel that justice was served. I don't know who was served other than, well, corruption. Lady Justice was found guilty today. And that really makes me very sad. I have some mixed emotions. I mean, I was having mixed emotions then when it was all happening, trying to feel as positive as I could, trying to make the best out of what I had.
Let's talk about it for real.
But yeah, Mr. Amazing is here. As you all know, I did have a public pretender. And honestly, I believe this is her first big case she had. And it really wasn't that big of a case, but her first trial. Okay, I think this was her first trial. We did have another attorney that was present that sat between me and her. He kept telling her throughout the trial, objection, objection, and then whisper why she should be objecting. Well, by the time he was done telling her, stating that to her, of course, everybody's already answering questions. They're on to another question. I mean, it was kind of sad, honestly. And that happened at least 5, 6, maybe even 7 times, at least yesterday.
So she's not diligently representing your case.
No.
Seems incompetent, and I really do think it was her first trial.
I really feel like it was her first trial.
The inexperienced trial lawyer.
Exactly. Exactly. Now, I'm not saying that she's stupid. Obviously, she passed the bar.
Got to break her cherry somewhere, man.
Right. And I've always said this. We all have learning curves. We all, start from somewhere. See how positive I try to be? I try too much. I'm too positive sometimes. But this is how this is going to affect Lady Justice Liberty Press and her life for the next full year. I, as you all know, travel the United States. That will probably most likely continue. I will be on probation. I will be needing to email in every month. I have community service that I must do. Don't ever change. Well, thank you, Wrights Crispy. I so appreciate you.
Wrights Crispy in the house, man. What up, bro?
Thank you for joining us, and thank you so much for being aboard.
Please share this Van Life channel if you can on your main, because we need to get the watch time hours so she can get monetized and get a safer way forward with the Van Life channel. That's what we're trying to accomplish over here.
Yes. I will never stop actually recording cops. That is in my blood. Okay, that's who I am. I will never stop, even if it's from a distance and I become the non-speaking whatever cop watcher.
Silent
yeah,
cop watcher. Silent cop watchers are the best anyway.
Activist with no voice. How's that? How ironic is that? I don't know. Anyway, I have to do community service, 100 hours of community service. I have 1 year probation, and of course, that's a monthly charge for both of those.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can get it all done in 6 months or thereabout, I can apply to the court of Sarasota to get removed from probation early, as long as I'm doing what I need to do. Well, I'm going to be really concentrating on that, and getting my community services done and doing whatever I can do. Yeah, we got Peachy Ryder in the house. We have Jack in the house. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, I just wanted to announce to you guys, to everyone, to let you know what is going on with Lady Justice. I am trying to grow this channel, as you know, like a van life. I'm not going to say that I'm never going to videotape again, but I must not get in any kind of trouble whatsoever. I cannot be arrested again, or not only will I be arrested wherever I happen to be at, but risk a very real possibility of being rearrested again in Sarasota. So at least until I can get off of probation, and trust me, I want to do it as quickly and as smoothly and as fastly as I possibly can. I am appealing this. My attorneys have set forth the paperwork and stuff. Yes, please give Peachy a ranch. Give Wrights Crispy a ranch.
Wrights has a ranch.
Oh, Wrights,
He's
yes.
wrenched himself in here.
Oh,
this guy brings a wrench everywhere he goes, I guess.
That's
How about
right.
Shirley Z? She definitely gets a wrench.
Yeah, she should have a wrench. Yeah, Shirley Z.
Fucking conspiracy music. What up, bro? Can't believe you're in here. Awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, I am going to kind of, I'm not going to say I'm stepping off of Lady Justice Liberty Press, because I'm not. That is not my desire. It is not my intention. But I am going to be working very hard to bring forth this channel. I want the folks out there to see very beautiful places across our union. What's going on here?
Did you?
I did.
Let's close this out. Shrink it down. I hit cancel.
Cancel?
Fine. Still on screen here.
Oh,
so
great.
nothing was lost.
I'm not sure what just happened, but we're back on, I believe. Anyway, oh, you're very, very welcome, Peachy. I love you, girl. I do. I really do. You're so sweet. Anyway, I am trying to bring forth, for those that, for whatever reason or reasons, can't get out and about to see this beautiful country, give them some few moments here and there of love and light and enjoyment of seeing beautiful places and beautiful faces, I guess. I don't know.
You had some notes.
Yeah.
Remember? Where's your notes at?
Oh, yes.
We were talking about, well, I had something I wanted to talk about, but I'm taking it back burner here for a minute. Let her talk about her case.
I just wanted to say I don't feel like justice was really served today. They did not call my witnesses. My witnesses, their videos, along with my video, was put on paper, so to speak, before I even went to court the very first time in June, after my arrest in May. I notified everybody at every step of the way for my witnesses. There were 6 of us recording that night. To cut through the ball and wax, my witnesses were not called. Not on screen. It's kind of glitchy, maybe. My witnesses were not called in. Their videos was not entered as evidence.
9 watching, but all received the circle. Are we 5 by 5 guys?
5 by 5 guys. Are we 5 by 5, please?
One day I'm going to need you to sign in this phone.
Okay. Are we 5 by 5?
Okay, I'm seeing you over here. So
Okay,
maybe it's just that phone. Sorry
it
about
must
that.
be
Go
that
ahead.
phone. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
Use this one then. Check on it.
yeah. Anyway,
Next subject.
yeah. They didn't use my videos. They didn't call my witnesses for testifying. When my witnesses were called, it was the week of Thanksgiving. In fact, it was like 2 days before Thanksgiving. My public defender only called my witnesses one time, left a message. That was it, just one time.
They referenced you by your legal name and didn't even mention it. You might have been Lady Justice Liberty Press, so that your witnesses didn't even recognize the freaking name they were talking about.
And I let my public defender know when she was so inclined to tell me everybody else's legal name. I mean, you know, I said I only know the folks I know by their channels. And I think that's how they know me by. Trying to let her understand just because you call somebody by a name, others may or may not know that name. Mm-hmm. And so it will throw them off. And I mean, that stands to reason. It does.
So a confident person should have thought of that, actually, right?
Well, yeah, and I think what she tried to do is set everything to the back burner until the very last moment, and then she was panicking.
I think she legit tried to not do nothing for your case. That's
well,
what it seems like to me. I'm sorry, but
more than once she was upset and in tears, and because she portrayed it as she's trying to win for me, but honestly, I think this was her first case. It meant a lot to her, and she wanted to win her first case, her first trial. I think that, in a nutshell, is exactly what it was.
That's probably why they gave it to her. Maybe. They were like, yeah, here's your first case. You can take this one. She's taking it to trial. We're going to let you.
Right. I'm not saying that she's not knowledgeable, because she did pass the bar for the state of Florida. But she certainly was not competent enough to be out there in a courtroom, in my humble opinion. And again, that is going to appeal.
These nuts did pass the bar in California, so I'm just saying, these nuts passed the bar too.
Well, okay. Anyway, so I just kind of wanted to let it out there to let you all know what is going on here with me. And please, y'all, I do want to take a moment. Please remember, Mr. Amazing has a huge deal going on in the state of Arkansas. They still got him by the gonads, I'm telling you. So let's keep him in our thoughts and keep watching on what, how that progresses. I don't mean to weave things in, but I do like to hang out and share out with the brothers and sisters out here in our community. Yeah. Can you think of anything else, Mr. Amazing?
Yeah, actually, I was wanting to talk about, well, just a little bit of a sideshow here, I guess. How I don't believe in freedoms in this country anymore. I've seen my own cases firsthand, but after watching your case, I remember I didn't watch it live, but I seen when you were arrested, and I was super upset then, and I had reached out to Amy and your friends, and I was trying to get a hold of you and stuff, but I was trying to. I didn't see any justice in what happened. I didn't see anybody served. But now to see that the police can take away your freedoms at a whim, and the laws are so vague that they have too much power and authority, right. And then it takes months of your life. You finally get your day in court. You've lost a lot of sleep. You cost money, and you got to. In your case, you had to travel back and forth with these cases. It's just like there is no freedom. Where is the freedom if a cop can take it away right now on the edge of his emotions? Exactly. Or even someone else's. It's not even legitimately the police officer's emotions they're enforcing sometimes, right? Like, They show up because some person got offended and they didn't agree with you, so they sent armed thugs to come express their opinion to you.
We don't have to like the loudmouths in our world. We don't have to like even what they're saying.
But we have to tolerate them.
But we have to tolerate it
So
because
you have to support
that's
them.
the freedom. Hey, Frank Pants.
We support those loudmouths, man.
SJD News. Fancy having you all aboard. Thank you. Yeah, Lady Justice was found guilty today in Sarasota's kangaroo court. It's not big as kangaroo court though as some that I've seen in our nation, but I mean going back and forth. Hey, Miss American Amy, how's it going? Hello. Can you put mod ship on?
Yeah, sure can. Hand me that.
Yeah, we're gonna make you a mod in Lady Justice Liberty Press channel.
You never
know. And yeah. And thank you again, Frank Pants, for being in here.
SJD News. I hadn't heard you shout them out.
Oh yes, SJD News. Hey.
Thank you. 15 people in here. Let's talk about it, okay? Does anybody else agree? Peachy Ryder, she agrees. Thank you very much. At least giving some legitimacy and a little bit of feedback on my viewpoint there. It seems like the rights are like a mist. They're really just like trying to capture air in a fucking bag, man. And it can be taken away from you even more simply than that. I mean, you could capture air in a bag. You can't capture these fucking freedoms and take them. You know what I mean? I was talking to another activist friend of ours that is allegedly known for some cookie store incident, allegedly. And they were saying how only the belligerent have rights. And so that was another thing that we wanted to talk about today, here and now. Let's bring it up. Let's talk about it. How can the belligerent be the only ones that have rights, and yet today in court at trial, Lady Justice Liberty Press was accused of being belligerent, and that was one of the things that was used to find her guilty, used against her in a court of law. And how could I mean, I get it. We do public education. The people don't know, right? That's why we do what we do. That's why part of why I do what I do.
Right.
But let's chime in. Let's talk about it. How can 6 Americans be that way?
Yeah, exactly. 6 found me guilty, and yet the officers that was called in as the state witnesses, they said I was very derogatory and belligerent, and yet my rights were taken from me, as far as, in my humble opinion. Yeah.
If you guys haven't already checked them out, please go to my friend Mandatory Freedoms channel on TikTok. Let's drop a link.
Thank you guys. Drop a link, please.
Mods.
Right. Fab Daddy, fabulous having you aboard. Thank you. Anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know that what has happened. Justice was not served today. However, a court room in Sarasota feels like justice was served. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Also, recently, if you guys didn't see my new short, it'll be coming out real soon. I think it just got a green dollar sign on it, so I'm going to make it public. I was recently accused of being People Jr.
People Jr.
I was accused of being People Jr. And I just had to say to the world that I don't think that is nearly accurate at all. Those people who said that, they just didn't know that I'm People 2.0.
People 2.0. Okay. I love it. Okay.
I take on judges.
Yeah, you take on judges.
We got some Brant Davidian fucking big nut action up in here and shit with the Mr. Amazing.
With the Mr. Amazing, yeah. Yeah, we got federal lawsuit for free speech. I would love to talk with you. If you know anything about that, please send me so I can get a hold of you. Lady Justice Liberty Press at Gmail. Yeah.
Why is this comment on here? I can't go into the studio or else we'll get that feedback shit.
Oh, yeah.
Federal lawsuit for free speech. What did they give you?
They gave me 1 year. Yeah, that's good. They gave me 1 year probation and 100 hours of community service. And they said I can go any nonprofit organization to do my community service. They know I travel. They know I'm not going to be in the state of Florida. They know that all this stuff, and I'm okay to be emailing stuff back. That could take them up to 3 months to, or excuse me, 3 weeks to a full month to get that up and going. Well, and that's fine. I've got my ideas of kind of what I need to do. I can, after about 6 months and I have everything done, I can petition the court to let me off early. I am going to try that. So I'm going to be very busy with that. Okay, I'm not sure why I've got feedback. I think it's gone now. I can still ask to drop. I need to ask them to drop it. They are planning on, or they are submitting paperwork. The attorneys that was working for, not me, they are filling out the paperwork to appeal. They started that paperwork, ironically enough. I had to fill out the paperwork. They already knew they were going to lose, honestly. I know they did. I'm convinced of that. Because again, 7 or 8 times, the gentleman that was sitting between myself and my public defender kept saying, you need to, oh, what is it? Object. She kept saying object. He kept saying object, and then telling her why. Well, by the time he was done telling her why to object, that question was already answered and another question asked by the witness. And so it was just stacking on top of it was just it was a nut show. I'm sorry. It was a circus in there. It was a circus. And I don't have a lot of experience actually being in court, so it's all a little scary. You can appeal it, only cost 12 grand. Well, hey. There you go. You need to get audio. I want to hear it. Oh, okay. I will start requesting the audio from the court of Sarasota. I'll start doing that and getting that, and please email me if so I can get back to you with that information. So I'm humbled. I'm appreciated. Thank you so much. I still can't believe that I was found guilty. I had faith. Because I was on a public sidewalk. I told them, put up crime scene tape. This isn't a crime scene. This is a traffic stop. I let them know if there's that barrier to know where I can and can't go, I'll follow it. Miss American Amy, you was there that night. First, they wanted you to go to the hibiscus sign, after I was arrested. And then they wanted to push you back even farther when they brought me to the police car, if you remember correctly. They kept pushing everybody back. Well, the state had everybody saying that you all went back as soon as you were told, and I was the only one standing out there. That was not true. That was not true at all. That's not the way it happened. But that's the way it's written. You see what I'm saying, guys? That's not what happened, but that's the way it was written. They, oh, it moved. Hold on, I'm trying to see. Yeah, if their lips are moving, it's all lies, and that is the truth. Our public servants, our public officials we must keep them accountable and transparent. That is our responsibility, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Anyway, I want everybody to please think about all of this. If we don't stand up and stand strong on our rights, we won't have them. It's just like Mr. Amazing was saying. Our rights are like air.
But what's the point? What are we fighting for? What are we fighting for? They fucking take them away. They don't exist. It's like a vapor. It's like a fucking myth, a dream. It's not real. What the fuck? Are we going to advise people to do this still? You know what I mean? Really? What the fuck? I give up. I'm sorry. I'm fucking done. The rights aren't fucking real, guys. Somebody fucking convince me otherwise.
Our rights are real. As real as we want them to be. They are. They're there. They're in our Constitution. Our Constitution is a living document. Our Constitution is alive, and we must keep it that way. We shall keep it that way. But I'm not saying for you to go out and get arrested either, and free speech, it's, you're not supposed to make speech alone is not obstruction. I can't hear you. Free speech is not supposed to be obstructing. Well, that's what they basically said today.
Amy's coming in.
Oh.
Amy's going to come up and talk to us too. Thank you for staying tuned. Everybody, please hit the thumbs up. We're waiting for amazing American Amy to join in. Hopefully she'll be with us in a second. And we want to make sure to share out the stream, please, because we're really working hard to make a safer way forward for Lady J. And with the Van Life channel with Lady J, from time to time, we might even get to show that Lady J sometimes stands for a little fun in a van, in life, in America, and freedoms will be exercised, but safely, and probably not always involving law enforcement or dangers of that type. So let's share the link out, please. Thumb it up. Make sure the bell notification icon is rung. That way, if anything does happen and Lady J Van Life, she's already live or something, you guys are in there. And if something comes up, she's got witnesses. You won't miss any amazing. We want to go see the caverns in Missouri, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to go around. We're going to go to Nashville, Tennessee,
absolutely.
And check out. Isn't that the home of like music or something like that?
Yes, it is.
Graceland was another thing that we were planning on doing. Those are on the agenda. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
And tell all your friends.
Yeah, you will. I'm sure you'll like what I'm going to be throwing out there. And again, I cannot be arrested while I'm on probation. That is a stipulation of probation. Even if I'm in, let's say,
talk about that.
Timbuktu, and I get arrested in Timbuktu, guess what? I now look at not only those charges, but the charges still at Sarasota, which means I can still be arrested again. It looks like we've got
Yes, thank you, Amy.
Miss American Amy.
Thank you, everyone.
Welcome aboard, and thank you for being here.
Hello. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about this. I want to let you know that channel federal lawsuit. That's Andy Sheets.
Okay.
Okay, that's one of his channels. He had called wanting to know what happened. I told him to join us on this live, so that's how I'm tuning in.
Thank you.
This is ridiculous. I wanted to know, did they show any of the body? You're welcome. Any of your footage or the body cams or anything?
The only thing they had there was a dash cam. I guess all those officers that was there, and what was there, about 15 of them?
15 to 20. Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
there was a lot of officers. I mean,
there was at least 10 cars. I counted them.
Yes, the whole road was blocked in 2 lanes going one way. That road was blocked. It was shut down. And yet they couldn't find a place for a DUI to stop.
Right,
to be.
and they had
really it there either because of all the lights.
I wanted to talk
right,
about
they had half the road blocked off.
Yeah.
Probation. Let's talk about probation a little bit, guys, if you can.
Yeah, I want to know about that.
About it, but go ahead.
Oh no, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just going to say, the bad thing about being on probation is you give.
Oh, we lost her voice there.
You're cutting out, Miss American Amy.
What happened?
Calling me. When you're on probation, that takes away your force.
Yep, you have to cooperate. That's what I was starting to talk about. Some of the stipulations of probation. When you're on paper, you cannot be under the influence of any mind-altering substance. You can't usually be in possession of weapons, which is actually any object. You can't. You have to cooperate with any law enforcement, and you have to tell your PO whenever you come into contact with the law enforcement. So if you cooperate with the law enforcer and then he reports back that you didn't, that could be a thing.
Well, and honestly, thus far, I don't even know what my stipulations of probation is, because technically nobody from Sarasota probation office didn't tell me. They said it would be 3 weeks to a month before they would get into contact with me. Well,
that's good. That means you ain't signed any forms yet. So you don't have, basically, in a way you have stipulations and a way you don't. I wouldn't think not until they tell you what they are when you sign the papers.
Yeah, I did sign some papers. Well, okay, they wanted a paper. It was just a paper that I had to fill out with some names on there for emergency contact. They wanted. I don't. Well, I told them I don't. Well, no, not that, because they know I'm not going to be in Florida. They know they didn't. That was not one of my stipulations to stay there. They said I could travel. Yeah, they said I could travel. Pardon me, guys. They said I could travel. So I have the freedom to travel. They said that I can do my community service at any nonprofit organization. It doesn't matter if I do it in Tennessee and then go over to Georgia and then back up to Colorado and then over to New York. I could do that if I so desire, as long as wherever I'm at finds some paperwork showing that I was there, how long I was there. I have 100 hours of community service that I must serve, and after I get my community service done, then within 6 months I can start petitioning the court for early release, and of course I'm going to do that. I don't want to deal with this for a full year. And of course, I've got to pay for community service for that insurance, and I also have to pay for
Probation.
probation. I
So-
don't know yet what those fees are going to be, but I know it's something.
What
And
about
of course,
court costs?
I do have court costs. Like it was right around $300 or $400, right around there.
I
Well,
had an interesting story about probation too. When you get a second.
oh well, let's
when-
let Mr. Amazing say
So-
something then.
I remember Eric Brandt talking to me about he was sentenced to probation on one of his cases, and one of the stipulations usually with probation is that you can't be in possession of any weapons. And so Eric refused that stipulation in open court at sentencing, or he opposed it or whatever, and he let the judge and the courts know that he is homesteading or whatever, and he lives on a ranch, and that he has digging tools and pickaxes, and he has to have a knife. They're a means of his survival out there in the cold of Colorado mountains. So he had to sit in jail, I guess, for extra time, as I recall him telling me, so that they could stipulate that he could be in possession of weapons.
Oh, that's messed up. My
Also- Another thing was Josh, who am I trying to say here?
Abrams.
Not Josh Abrams, Joshua Martinez.
Okay.
So he was on probation, and then as I heard the story, as I recall hearing it anyways, on the very last day of probation, what? I'm talking. On the very last day of probation, the police came to his house and they took the fucking fire poker off his fireplace and arrested him for being in possession of a weapon. That's all I had to say. I'm checking out. I'll be in the chat.
Oh, I remember that. But now we've lost Lady Justice too. So now I'm the only person in here.
1 second. It's not
Okay,
that
that's
serious.
fine.
I'm going to get her reconnected, okay?
All right, I'll hang in there. Anyway, guys, I'm trying to look at the chat, but my unfortunately my tablet has locked up, and the SIM card has locked, and so I can't look at the chat. I could switch it on my phone, but I know myself, once I start touching buttons, then I'm gonna just knock myself off too, and that wouldn't be good. I hate this. And I hate that she had to have a public defender. And I hate that the public defender, she tried to get a hold of me. I didn't know that she tried to get a hold of me. She left one message for me a month ago, and it was a voice message, and I never got it. I tried to call there, and they were talking about, it'll be a week. She's in court. Well, of course she's in court. She's in court with her. Fuck, won't call me back when the case is over. This is bullshit. This pisses me off. And they didn't use your evidence. They should have used Melinda's Lady Justice video. Even if they wouldn't use ours because we went there, they should have used yours. But I've seen when I went to have my motion to dismiss, they wouldn't even look at the body cam. That judge didn't see none of it. And she still ruled on it. Yes, she ruled and without prejudice, but how can you rule without seeing the evidence? I don't understand that. We all thought once we got to court we'd be okay, but boy, we're all been sold a bunch of shit, man.
Well, Amy, I'm sorry. I just, you're right. We were all of us sold a bunch of shit years ago. Let's
make sure they're hearing you. Are you 5x5? Because
5x5. Okay.
Just making sure.
Okay. Yeah, we were all sold a bunch of shit, and I don't have much faith, and I don't want to bring negativity into your case, but I'm wishing you the very, very best, dear. I am.
It's messed up. And these people, that means these 6 people thought you were guilty.
Well, they did, and
No. Actually, so
Or
I
is
want
it
to talk about
because are you
while we're talking about it. So I think in my opinion, man, these guys couldn't possibly have looked at any of the material of the case. They fucking were bored from the get-go, in my opinion. They went in the deliberation room and they go, hey, let's get the fuck out of here, guys. We're all just gonna vote guilty. Let's not take up too much of our time and we can get home. And then we'll sit here. After they all decided to vote guilty, they said, well, we'll sit here for a few more minutes and drink a cup of soda and make it seem like we actually talked about it. I mean, I really don't give them any credit, because there's no way you found this lady guilty
Well,
I don't see
based
how,
off of merit.
but it's supposed to be America. How long were they out in
Good
deliberation?
question.
not even 30 minutes.
Wow, come on.
Yeah.
Sad.
That's what I said. It wasn't even 30
Someone's
minutes.
fucking life was on the line,
Um,
man.
I went out. I called Mr. Amazing to let him know that they had just left. It could be 5 minutes or it could be 5 hours. I would say within 20 minutes of that phone call, they were back. They were announcing that they had already came to a decision. Of course, the judge had to come back into the court, and it took a minute for the judge to get back in there and stuff. Because she was trying to have lunch herself. From what I understand, based upon what she was saying. But anyway,
Wow.
Right. If I want to keep my med weed card, I have to admit I have a substance addiction problem. I've been on medical weed for 3 years. Haven't taken an opioid or sleeping pill since. Bullshit. Frank Dance. If he wants to keep his medical weed card, he's going to have to say that he has a substance addiction problem that he does not have.
That's terrible.
that's really messed up. That's sad. That's
Oh
not
yeah,
the
let's
way-
talk about that shit. I'm a fucking medical cannabis patient out of Colorado. I've been touring America for 4 months. I've been out of cannabis. Well, we didn't take any cannabis across state lines or nothing like that, you know. So I've been out of cannabis the entire time, guys. And fucking, I can't shop in any other state where it's even medically legal or it's I can shop where it's recreational only, and I can't get my medicine. It's horrible.
Well, yeah.
It
I mean, you can
sucks.
sometimes get a visitor's type card or something in some states.
Some states are
Some-
restricted.
Yeah, some states don't recognize other states' cards, and
Wow, I didn't know that. And
yeah,
then when you have a card, then you're like admitting, even just having a card, you're admitting, hey, I at least smoke weed. Yeah, that's even if you're behind the wheel, that's enough for them to say you
That's another
DUI.
yeah.
Sorry, but they teach us, like they taught us that like legalization was a good thing, but it's not. That's where the government comes in and
Decriminalization.
regulates everything. They cut down the THC, the potency. They call the shots on how you can do it and where you can do it.
It's
We need
expensive as fuck.
decriminalization.
Yeah, it is expensive, but what they
Very.
need to do is decriminalize
Yes.
marijuana, especially for medicational purposes.
Right. Well, in some states, I can go to prison, like in Idaho. I can go to
Oh,
prison for fucking
yes.
having medicine.
Idaho, you can't even have hemp in the state of Idaho. Nowhere. I mean, it's so
That's another thing we got to bring up. I want everyone, this is a good van life subject, actually. So, since we broached the subject of medical cannabis in America, let's talk about Delta 8 and Delta 10 products. Since I have not been able to use Delta 9 medicine, I have had to resort to some of these products that contain less than 0.3% of Delta 9 THC. And some are good and some are bad, huh?
I would concur with that.
These are legal nationwide, except
Idaho.
Idaho. Exactly.
Idaho.
I don't-
Idaho.
I think they're better than nothing, but they're
Let's
better than
chime in.
nothing.
Who tried them in the chat? Chime in. Where have you tried them at? What's the brand? And which one do you like best?
Just a couple times in a little town in Florida. I was out of town and I got these kind called and they're all sour diesel. They're always sour diesel, but you know they're better than nothing. But they're 8. I don't even think they sell 10 in Florida. I don't know.
I'm not sure either about that. But as for what
On time.
Pardon me, Frank Pance's commenting asking if he should go back to the opioids, or
Oh
I
shit.
say no. If
That sucks, man.
can maintain with marijuana,
But he
um,
can't. What he's saying, they putting him in the damn
that,
hole here,
yeah, you can't admit.
But
Well,
I wouldn't do that. You don't get that monkey off your back. Ain't no way. But I think he's saying that more sarcastically, maybe, because we all know that there ain't no way that can be better for him than fucking marijuana. It's God's medicine. It's just so good and so pure, and it helps so many situations. And it's not like the other shit. The other shit is always gonna make you dependent on them. And eventually, that's probably why they wanted to legalize it. Eventually, they're gonna want to make only certain people be allowed to have weed, probably. Even the fucking weed. They'll probably take everything from us eventually. I'm fucking
oh,
down now, I guess.
well,
I'm sorry. Shit. I'm depressed now.
oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry because
No, it ain't your fault. You should be the one that's sad, not
yeah,
me. I'm
well,
sad because this happened, because I was there and I know you didn't do nothing wrong. And I'm sad because I don't feel like you were fairly represented.
I wasn't. I will go to my grave feeling. Oh, and that's something else. I got all these dead entities commanding my life. Now, is that weird or not?
It's
I just,
horrible. It's
yeah,
horrible.
it really is. It
And
really
people
is.
think, and you're gonna have to pay to be on probation every month too. There's a fee for that too, and then you got to pay the court. Your court fees ain't that much, thank God. And then you got to pay to do the other shit. It's all about money,
It is. It most certainly is. Frank
for
Pence is
for them, but
asking,
not for us. That's why I get so sick of being accused of fucking clicks and fucking views.
right?
I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of even doing this shit, because why are we doing it? We're not getting nowhere but getting our asses in trouble, and fucking spending fucking money to do it. I mean, damn it, man.
Right. I've spent a lot of money traveling around doing what I do.
If
I
we were
don't. I
winning, it'd be
don't.
one thing. I thought we would go, if we got to jail, fine. But then when we got to court, they look at the evidence and see, and the Constitution would stand tall and proud. But it don't work that way. I done seen it. Now you've seen it. Maybe if you got a lot of money, and I don't know. I've got a lawyer, and he's a good one. And it's still, maybe it'll work out better for me. I don't know. I
Yeah,
hope so.
I hope so too, Amy. Um, I don't
Can't
know. I
try
really
to
hope we can.
file a damn appeal on your own. Fucking or try to come up with some money and get a lawyer, man. If the community wants this case, if everybody tells you, oh, get a lawsuit. Well, somebody put a fundraiser together, and let's get whatever it costs together for to appeal to shit, and get her find her a lawyer that'll do it. That's another thing. Tell us where to find these lawyers.
Right.
Because even if you got the money, they won't usually fucking represent us, much less in a situation like this. So
I need
people
help
know.
finding a pro bono lawyer for my criminal district court case in Eureka Springs. It's just hard. It's hard finding someone that will even take a constitutional defense, but finding a pro bono attorney impossible.
That's true. That is
That's true.
absolutely
Either
true.
one of them, any case that people believe in, if people really believe in these cases, help us get behind us, help us find either a pro bono lawyer or put together a damn fundraiser. And we can find you a lawyer, they can send money straight through Zelle to your damn lawyer.
Exactly.
Well, you guys, I appreciate everybody tuning in. I think we're going to go ahead and call it. Amy, thank you for helping us. We
You're
needed to
quite
watch
welcome.
time, so it was good to extend the show a little bit. We're going to go ahead and I'll let you two sign off.
She's frozen. Or maybe she went ahead. No, I don't know.
I'm not sure what happened. Technical difficulties.
Okay, wait.
You know
No,
how
I
live
can hear you.
things are.
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Okay, maybe not. I don't know if we're there or not. But anyway, that was Lady Justice, and I'm American Amy, and that was Mr. Amazing Audits. And on this sad note of today, freedom did not prevail. We're gonna sign out. I don't know what
There,
happened. There's
there
Mr.
goes Lady
Amazing.
J. I'm back in the
All
car
right.
here,
Okay.
and you guys can listen to her to.
All
We'll
right.
do a sign off.
Thank
Hold
you.
on. Technical difficulties.
Yeah. It's raining too, guys. It's
It is
the
here
weather's
too.
up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're all both in Florida, duh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go.
All right.
Speaking of temporary memory. No, here you go. Okay, I think
Aw.
you're live, and we'll let you sign off. And
Thank each and every one of you for being here this evening with Lady Justice, Liberty Press, and Van Life with Lady J. Hashtag LJLP. I love y'all. Thank you so much for being here.
Okay. And my name's
Who's
American
in?
Amy. Thanks for having me on. And I'm sorry this happened. And I'm sorry it's such a sad note, but you did good. You did nothing wrong. Thank you guys.